Welcome to Bookkeeping and Beer. I am Daniel.
And I'm Amber of Amber's Bookkeeping.
Really? We are so glad that you are here with us today.
Yes.
We got a great episode today, and just so you know, what our goal is to help small businesses understand their finances so that they can make good decisions, have peace of mind with their books, so that when they go look at their numbers, they know that they're accurate and they can make decisions based off of that.
Yeah.
I was proverbial somebody who assumed that my numbers weren't as valuable for my business and for going forward. I just needed to get the work done. I needed to make some money. I needed to go sell jobs and just crank through it.
Just check your bank balance.
Yeah,
Everybody
too.
just looks at their bank balance. Oh, I've got money in the bank, I'm good.
But
that's not actually a good indicator.
That basically what that does is it keeps you in a position of not understanding how to make decisions for your business, how much money you need to save for your taxes, how much, if you can hire, whether you can grow your business, how much money has been invested versus how much money is being made or withdrawn, and then your debt, like all these factors come into play to operate a business. If you don't know those things, it's really brutal. We want to help you and help, because of my wife's skills and the people that work for us, their skill sets, we want to help you as a business owner to be able to make those decisions, learn how to make those decisions, because that's what we're going to get into today. And today is about advisory. So what does that mean? How does that look? And how do we help you as a business owner make wise decisions when it comes to your numbers? You guys their business owners have so much on their plates. What's wise is, one of our favorite books is The E-Myth, and it talks about how to work not in your business, but on your business. So the first step, one of the best steps that you can make as a small business owner is to actually invest in having somebody help you with your numbers, make sure your numbers are accurate, make sure your numbers are right, and so that you can make wise decisions. Because if you can't make wise decisions, you're done.
And advisory plays into that with, what was I going to say? It plays into that meaning, I lost it.
Oh, no.
I know. Oh, my goodness.
We got to cut. Stop. Just kidding. This is a fun thing. We love this because this is so fun because we can just, it's like we have the ability just to communicate well.
I got it back.
Oh.
The beauty of advisory is it can be structured, but it's also fluid. And let me explain that. So our customers can choose a variety of ways that they can choose for advisory, part of their bookkeeping accounting package. So they can ask us to help them every 6 months, every quarter, every month, right? And that means one-on-one time with me. And so...
Just you?
Yes, just me. And
lucky?
They are lucky because we look at everything. But the fluidity part of it is what's going on in your business, what is the current hurdle you're jumping, or maybe a celebration that you're having of you've done XYZ in your business, and now how does that affect or impact the business numbers? And then my rigidity or my organizing side of me then helps you actually look at just the regular month-to-month, day-to-day, quarter-to-quarter report so that we can compare it to the celebrations or the decisions that are future thinking. So there's rigidity and there's fluidity in it.
So if you don't know what ketchup cleanup is, look at the previous episode. We just, in the previous episode, talk about ketchup cleanup, what it means, what it does for you, how it works, how she's a gifted and talented person. And it's not everybody can do this. It's a very challenging and just like it's a skill set and a gift that you have. So
the topic though of advisory plays into that now. What do we do with these numbers?
Can I ask the questions?
Yes. What do we do with the numbers?
No, it's how does this look for a business owner?
Yeah.
What is it that you give them that's like why advisory? Why would somebody want to hire and say, because we have 3 different packages.
Correct.
It starts with basic, with there's no
advisory, no
full,
Zoom meetings, no
full,
nothing.
which is you get a monthly
4.
or you get a quarterly meeting with Amber, and then our premium is like monthly. So why would somebody not just want they're a bookkeeper or accountant. Like, this is across the board. If you have an accountant or somebody who knows how to interpret numbers and help you, why would somebody want to hire you or hire somebody else that has experience, gifts, and talents? What does that do for them?
Well, they hire us because they don't know. So unless you're a CPA, you're gonna want the knowledge. Okay, so they want the knowledge. They want to be told what's going on. They want the story behind the numbers. So what are the numbers saying? It's always a story. There's always what's going on with sales. Is it up? Is it down? Are you charging enough? Are you selling enough? So we're looking at all of those different stories behind the numbers. And then what does it cost for you to make that money? So do we need to increase, lower, shop around, get a better rate at what we're buying to get the job done? Fire people because we can't afford to have that high labor getting the job done, or hire more people to make more money to get the job done. So there's so many things we look at. And then obviously just the plain old day-to-day, what's the overhead? What's the operating cost? What does it take to run this business? If we needed to put a dollar amount on the month to month number of what do we need to just make brass tacks to stay alive, we get those numbers too. So there's so many different scenarios we run and we talk through, depending on what they want to do.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been asked, like, Amber, I want to move into a bigger space. Can I afford that? Amber, I want to hire 3 people. Can I afford that? Amber, I want to get out of debt. What do I pay off first?
Yeah. I think that's...
Hey, Amber, I have extra money. How should I spend it? We don't want to pay all these taxes. How should I spend it? Hey, Amber, what am I going to pay on my quarterly taxes? So we're going through so many different scenarios during these advisory meetings, and it's priceless. Think about it.
It's unique to each individual business.
It is.
Because every business is diverse and unique to itself.
Well, and the industry is unique too.
We're
not comparing a plumber to a psychologist, clearly. We're not comparing a brewery to a lawyer. I mean, it's all going to be different. And then all of these industries have different POS systems. They have different apps that go with their industry. So we customize all of this advisory around that.
And we focus on service-based businesses because we want to have a niche of what we focus on, so we actually know what we're talking about.
Correct.
And we have the right information. Since Amber's got a history of small business, of a trade business, of Amber's organizing. And
2 podcasts ago. Go back and listen. Okay.
You're the numbers person. I don't remember.
Okay.
So basically, that knowledge and that experience is what and how she operated her business. And it's not just business, it's also the basic overall philosophy of what you consider finances and numbers. We are taught in our culture very much to be like, hey, go into debt as much as you can.
Spend every last dollar that you make.
Spend it. Yeah, spend all the money so you don't pay taxes on it.
No.
It's like, wait a minute. You're making money, so for what reason? To spend it all or waste it all? Because there's a real belief system that debt is good. There's really no good debt ever. We believe that. There's no good debt. But if you do have debt, you are going to be wealthy if you can get rid of the debt. And sometimes people leverage debt in different ways for creative manners. And if you're that sophisticated, you can get that deep and you're a numbers person, more power to you. Most of us are kind of just like not in that scenario. And we are taught and we are marketed to get into debt, go into business. Well, then you become slave to the lender. And that becomes a very challenging position. And
it eats away your cash flow, which is a totally different episode. Don't go into cash flow. But anyways.
That's what you talk about.
This is what we talk about in advisory. All of these different aspects. I mean, every single thing on the balance sheet we go through. Everything on the profit and loss statement we go through. If you track your accounts payable and accounts receivable, will go through the cash flow statement. If you don't track accounts payable, if you don't have accounts receivable, we can't go through the cash flow statement. So that's just an obvious, but just giving you an idea of what that means. We'll go through your, who owes you what, who you owe, all of those things we dive into.
Okay, so I'm going to, off the cuff.
Oh no.
What is your most, powerful, now we can't name a company or business, but What's a business that you've advised on and they actually listen to you? Because
Yes.
that's another thing. We can advise all you want.
I can tell people all they want, but if they don't listen,
and
if
you're
they
not
don't do-
listening to somebody who's very smart and wise and knows what is best for your business. So somebody that does that, what happened to them?
So I had a business approach me and said, Amber, we want to be super efficient, super organized, super virtual. I'm like, those three things are right up my alley. Those are like my three middle names. I always make joke about it, but efficiency, productivity, organization.
Wait.
They wanted it. I'm like, let's go.
You said virtual.
Well, they also want it all online, all virtual.
Oh.
Okay, so I'm like, let's go.
I was just making sure you knew what your middle name was.
Okay, so I took them from paper to digital, from no accounts payable to accounts payable, to project tracking, which we'll get into in a different episode. So they knew their profit margins by project. How awesome is that?
That was after you helped them.
I get like a whatever high about project tracking and profit margin. Love it. Okay, no, but it's really powerful. And I'm telling you, they did every single thing I said. Not that I'm God. I'm not like, oh, bow down to me. But they listened, they implemented, they had a team of 3. It wasn't a solopreneur, it was a team of 3 partners. And my goodness, you guys, they're like literally tripled their income in 3 years. They've bought out their previous partners, they bought the property they were on. Like, amazing.
Wow.
Amazing.
That's cool. And that's what we love.
And the friendship. Like, I'm just like, hey, text them, call them, email them. They're on the premium package. They see me every single month. Amazing.
Yeah.
I call their vendors, and I get the refunds right here.
It's
true.
Yeah.
It's true.
So and it's not common. So we want, because people don't trust and they don't believe that they can actually do the things that you're asking them, or they're just kind of at a loss. But sometimes you just got to submit to people who know how to help and want to help, and that's the whole thing. If people actually listen and they go down these paths of, hey, I'm gonna trust this person. Yeah. So for instance, when we were first married, what did our marriage counselor said? And I'm not the greatest with money. I'll put in that. I'll be honest, vulnerable, letting my heart out.
He's the spender, I'm the saver.
True.
But sometimes we need to spend. So we need the Daniels of the world, and sometimes we need to save.
The marriage counselor said,
yeah,
just let Amber, without even questioning where I am with finances, whatever, because he knew Amber from previous scenarios and life and the long-term relationship he had. He didn't know me that well, but he's just like, let her do all the money. I'm like, yes, sir. I'm good to go.
Okay, but are we better off for it 7 years
gosh.
later? Do we have more in our savings account?
No, it's not about that.
Do we have
it's
less
about
debt?
Yes.
Okay, yes and yes. Do we have more cash flow? Yes.
In my life,
all
yes.
the same principles for business.
But the reality is, it has nothing to do with those actual things. What it has to do is peace of mind.
Yes.
I've got a peace of mind that I don't have to worry about finances. Yeah, we want to do well and honor our finances and be able to do good things with our money.
Yeah.
And not waste it.
Give back. Correct.
So so what I've chosen to do is actually listen to her, and it's benefited me. So the more that the end of the story, the end of this whole thing, besides the beer that we're going to taste
drink beer,
in a little bit, the whole moral of the story is hire Amber and us to do your bookkeeping and accounting, and then hire her to do advisory work for you, and then listen. Simple as that. If you listen and you do the hard work, it's not easy work. No. That's the thing. Like, not everybody can do that.
Do you want to scale your business? Do you want to grow your business? Do you want to double your business? Do you want to get out of debt? Do you want to know your profit margins? Do you want to make more money?
Well,
do you want bigger cash flow? I'm just saying. Okay, pour the beer.
All right, today we have Terrapin Beer Company in Athens, Georgia, and it's Luau is the name of this beer. It's a passion fruit orange guava IPA. Passion fruit orange guava IPA.
Not my fave, but we're going to try it.
Okay.
We're going to keep an open mind. We're going to listen well.
I'm not advising. I am the beer, like when it comes to beer and advisory.
There's plenty.
I'll never forget the first time when we first got married 7.5 years ago. We went to a brewery, and near us, and it became our favorite brewery, 105 West in Castle Rock, Colorado.
Still the best. If you're in
And
Castle Rock, Colorado, 105.
Amber
the best.
couldn't handle a lick of hops
No.
in her beer. She did not. She despised the hops. Well, they were smart, and they had a really nice, crisp, clean IPA. But they would do is they put 2 pumps of orange syrup or tangerine syrup into the beer before they served it, and it mellowed it out. But after a few of those beers, she was hooked on the IPA craze.
Yeah.
Then we went down to then your favorite beer, our all-time favorite brewery is, and I'm spacing on it, WeldWerks.
It's WeldWerks.
WeldWerks up in
north,
Greeley.
Up in Greeley, Colorado.
So they had one of the most amazing.
Yeah.
The first time we had like an IPA that was like it was just heavenly.
Yeah,
It
we
still
lived
is
out in
heavenly.
Colorado for 2 years, and of course
So.
it's like
Now we're
beer
that reminds me.
Oh, no.
I'm so glad we're in Wisconsin now, and I don't know if anybody knows Charlie Barron's, but I left Wisconsin.
show your head.
I'm
your
born,
head.
raised, left and came back Wisconsinite.
He said he
So-
never wanted to live here ever again, and here
I
we
was
are.
like, I never thought I would.
Yeah.
And I love Wisconsin.
So here's to Wisconsin.
and
Let's
don't
try
you
this
know,
luau.
we got to have the accent. Charlie Barron's is a pretty fun
Comedian out of Manitowoc.
And if you
Oh, that's actually really good. Again, I thought it would be very sugary, and it's not.
No,
and
it's-
syrupy. It's actually really
Well,
clean,
balanced.
balanced.
Yeah,
Look at that.
Could be
Good
that
job,
it's- yeah.
Athens, Georgia.
Knuckles is back with another word.
Love it. Wow, we've got
So,
some knockout
Some good
knockout beers
IPAs.
we've tasted recently. So
Yeah.
thank you for watching.
Yeah.
We appreciate you.
Yeah, and please subscribe or reach out to us. If you
Yeah.
need to reach out to us, if you're a small business and you're looking for help, whether it's ketchup cleanup, you feel like you're
Advisory.
confusing.
Bookkeeping,
I'm talking.
beer
Wait,
advice.
Well, we do help breweries. We
Yeah.
definitely know breweries, and we definitely help breweries. Especially in this era of craft breweries that craft has gone so crazy.
Find
And
us.
now you need to know your numbers to survive, and that's very important with inflation and all these factors. But anyways, find us at ambersbookkeeping.com.
There's a contact
Fill out the
page.
contact page.
Or Amber at
Go and then pick out,
ambersbookkeeping.com.
once you fill out the page, and if you qualify, we do have some qualifiers, so we don't work with every single person in the world. We have very specific parameters of what we work with. If you qualify, then you can actually go through and pick a time to talk to Amber one-on-one and talk about your situation, talk about what's going on, and hopefully we can come up with some solutions to help you with your advisory or give you ideas of how to go forward with your business so that you can be successful, because that's our goal, and give you peace of mind. It's not easy. It's very disciplined work, but we know that you can do it.
And to that, we're going to say cheers.
Cheers.
And have a good day.
Until
a good
next
week.
time.
Till
We'll
next
see you
time.
next time.